We call it the green apple splatters.
No, stop it, please, because I'm telling you, there's one thing. Don't do that. What I'm saying,
Chris,
as Larry the Cable Guy put it, you could shit through a screen door and not hit a wire.
Chris, I just want to let you know. Chris, I just want to let you know that I hit the record button, and the first thing everyone's going to hear is we call it the green apple splatters.
Chris, so you told me that there was the one time you didn't feel better after you took a shit. I want my heaven. I want my heaven to be the feeling right after you take like an epic shit.
That feeling that you're just like, I could fit into a new wardrobe. I feel so good.
You just feel so fucking relieved and good. It's like, I hope my heaven is like that.
There's so many things just wrong with this discussion right now. So many things.
Oh, this is all in character, too.
This is Juliet talking
This is Juliet
Juliet talking about getting a discount expired Hot Pocket.
Lord Vane taking epic shits.
Lord Vane's all, I know not if there are gods or demons. I know not what goes when one dies. But if there is indeed a Valhalla, I hope to flee the feeling that one gets after taking an epic poo.
Joe, will this help you stop eating this Chinese food? The other day, me and my brother went to a Chinese buffet.
Stop
and I ate the imitation crab meat. And I kind of had those poops that are like half watery, half chunky.
Come on. No.
Alright, let's move on. See, the Beijing beef is good. The orange chicken, I just won't eat that. The white rice, that's good. White rice doesn't go bad. I'll just eat the Beijing beef. Let's go. Ready? D&D, let's go.
Oh, I thought you were hyping yourself up to eat the food.
We're not waiting for Sean. Why is Sean sleep? Why did he change his sleep schedule? He knows we have D&D.
Because Sean never has a sleep schedule.
Schedule, it means that you would have to do the same thing on a repetitive basis.
Okay. He doesn't do that?
No,
Sean will go to bed at 4 in the morning one day, wake up at like 12, then go back to bed at like 12 the next night, and wake up at 2, and it's very awkward.
Okay. Is everyone here? Liz, you here?
I'm here.
Oh wow,
shit, Liz was here?
She was here the whole time. She was here for like the past almost hour now.
And we were talking about Dookie?
Yes, you were.
I think that we found a new party member because she sat through that entire Apple comparison without actually saying anything.
My sweet virgin ears.
Yeah, so anyway,
so...
Do you think Benoit killed his kid because he called him...
up!
Alright.
I want to play, you fucker!
Alright, so... After freeing the king from his magical prison and throwing Lord Donovan out of a window about... Oh, geez, how many floors up was that?
We threw Talbot out the window, didn't we?
Yeah.
We didn't fuck up that bad, did we?
We threw the king out the window by accident.
I've been working all day, Leo. After throwing Lord Talbot out of a 6-story tower window.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
Epic.
The king has decided that he has important matters of state to attend to, but he will wish to meet with you in the morning. After all, he still has to basically straighten out the impossible task of formerly being a statue for about a month and now not. So there has to be some kind of paperwork and the official business informing people that I'm no longer made of crystal. And
Can we not spend the night in a prison?
Please.
Oh yeah, no. He's very grateful. He's set you up in rooms.
Sweet.
In chambers in the keep itself.
Wow.
Jesus, is he attempting like a 56-yard field goal?
Oh, he's gonna make it!
Holy shit! I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So is it possible for me to, before we go to sleep for the night, to pull all the party members into one room so we can talk briefly about our plans for what we do next?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to call everyone to at least just one of our rooms, and so I'll sit down for a brief moment.
Fuck! I just broke my fucking tripod.
Anyway,
Garrett, be something on your mind.
yes. Well, the good news is obviously we were able to resolve this issue, save the king, and I hopefully not be criminals of the state anymore. But we basically have, I think, three main things we have to deal with now. We have my condition with the Scorpion Queen. We have the Witch Queen that it still is out there and still probably going to try to do something. And then lastly, we have Darstine and her condition. And I just wanted to make sure that everyone's okay with us taking one of those directions and kind of sticking with it. And I think because of the time frame, addressing Darstine's situation might be the best thing we can do for now. Is that pretty much? Are we all in agreement with that? Or
I could agree on that, although I'd rather wait before we decide completely on it until we find out news from Donovan tomorrow.
Or wait until Darstine's actually here. You don't care about your condition, right, Darstine? No, I don't.
Well, I mean, the only reason why is because my condition. I mean, we already know that it could do some pretty dire things, but I have no idea.
But what are we going to do about your condition in the immediate term?
I mean, that's the only thing. We have to just be mindful of it. I mean, we've been doing a good job in terms of just keeping me away from things that are potentially dangerous. Associated. I mean, we heard from the wheelman what we can do about my condition, but I think because Darstine's condition has a more concrete time frame, we have to address that earlier. And then with the Witch Queen, she's a threat, but I have no idea how we're going to go about going after her right now. So,
I imagine you had to wait for news from Donovan.
Indeed.
Pretty much trying to crystallize your king is sort of a declaration of war in most parts.
Right, and the question is, do we want to allow a full-out war to happen?
What, you think we're going to stop the king from declaring war?
No, not necessarily, but that will it might cause things to be either easier or harder depending on what we're trying to do. So.
Or we could use it as a distraction. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns right now. We don't know what's going on. We should really wait till the morning.
Okay, I mean, again, I just wanted to touch base with everyone, just kind of make sure we all know what our options are.
Our situation is this. We have no idea what's going on. Let's talk to the king in the morning.
Okay. I agree.
I have a treasure map.
Yay!
Okay, we'll deal with that when we have an actual chance to. I think dealing with curses and large forces might be Taka. Might be a higher priority, but that's just my guess. But anyways, though, in the morning we'll talk with King Donovan, hopefully get some more information.
Okay.
All right, well, with that being settled, that we're not actually going to do anything, we're going to wait till the morning, I'm going to go to bed.
Well, I mean...
if you're doing that, I'm going to wait until people try to leave, and I'm going to pull Vane and Garrett aside.
All right.
What do you want?
Now, I know I don't want to kind of ruin our celebration where we entered, and I'm saying this after everyone else has left.
Okay.
I'm saying to Big Choir, I don't want to ruin our celebration that we just saved the king. We may be on a fast track to restoring our names, but I believe we were tricked. Don't you guys find it strange that in the very moment we needed them, Darstine remembered spells from the book?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but she doesn't seem to be the arcane type. And I don't believe it was her suggesting those spells, but it was rather Morgana.
Oh, I completely agree. That's why I feel that should be our first priority once things get ironed out here, is because Morgana is most definitely having an influence on Darstine, and we probably want to address that, if not only because of the immediate danger of her towards us, but if she becomes the next vessel for Morgana, that's a big problem.
Well, it leads me to a theory I have. I don't believe that we have as loose of a time frame as we believe we do. I don't believe we have until the book runs out.
Right.
I believe we have until the book runs halfway out.
Mm-hmm. Because the more the book goes away, the more the influence is going to have over her, and basically there might be a point where her will succumbs to the influence of the book. So,
Darstine, eat the book.
So I want to make a deal with the three of us in here.
Okay.
That at no point in time do one of us always be with Darstine, and under no circumstances do we let her cast a spell out of the book.
From this point going forward, I completely agree with that. What do you think?
And if she should turn,
we have to be ready for it.
Kill her?
Not necessarily kill her, but
do whatever we can to save her. But
right,
we can't let the Morgana take her body.
Right. So I mean, that's why I think we have to go back to that druid that you spoke with before, Juliet, because she because that seems to be our best option in terms of finding any information about how to get rid of Morgana, or at least Morgana's influence. So,
well, here's the solution right here. We cast no more spells from that book.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely none.
You can try locking it. You can try locking it shut, like putting some sort of chain.
Victor's not here.
You need to make sure that
that's why I'm not speaking in character. Go fuck yourself.
Darstine herself must not read from the book, so I agree. Somebody should always be with Darstine.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that as well. So.
All right, then the three of us make a deal right here.
Mm-hmm. I agree completely. So.
All right, and after that, then I will take my leave.
Good night.
Poor Sean.
Joe roleplays sleeping.
Cowboys win. Redskins suck.
Joe's having cross-dimensional dreams. That's kind of crazy.
Lord Vane and his weird football dreams.
Okay. Come the morning, there's a guardsman who knocks on all of your doors. It's the same guardsman, and he says, His Highness requests you break your fast with him this morning.
All right, get up and join him.
All right, Liz, I'm going to take a minor liberty with your character, so I hope you'll roll with it.
Okay.
You'll see what I mean in a second. We'll get you in here as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay. You go to the king's chamber where he has a sitting room just outside his bedroom, and there's a large table laid out, and there's several servants out there who provide you with a basic but filling meal. The king, as soon as you enter, you see him. He's still dressed in more casual clothes, and he still looks a little unwell, but recovering. Donovan, he waves you over. He says, "Come, my friend, sit at once."
We'll sit with him.
Yeah.
He says, "Go ahead."
Oh, so how do you fare this morning, King Donovan?
I feel well enough. I feel like I've slept for months on end. It's that sort of haze that is hard to shake off.
Indeed.
And your daughter?
She will need time, I think. She is now devoted to her studies exclusively. I think it's for the best, really. Which does remind me, I have bad news, and I'm afraid I have even worse news. Though you've done very well, and I have my life, I owe you my life for the services you've done to me in this kingdom. He says, but first I must inform you that Lord Talbot, that turncoat, I sent guardsmen as soon as we parted company. I sent guardsmen down to fetch his body. We took it down to the dungeons. This morning, his body has been stolen, and the two guardsmen assigned to protect the crypts, their throats have been slashed. Says, I know not how this could have occurred, except for some master thief that may have broken into the dungeons, and we have only but one clue. And he reaches into the folds of his robes and he produces a very large black feather.
Son of a bitch.
What does that mean?
Oh,
we're killing every bird we come across.
Every halfling, every elf, every bird, they die!
Every giant bipedal raven.
Oh, God!
Right.
I see this is familiar to you.
I don't understand.
Tad familiar.
Kind of familiar, yeah. Might have been an assassin we let get away.
I kind of poke Vane. You remember the one who was not actually princess? She kind of backstabbed.
Oh, that son of a bitch!
He don't have good memory. I do not know.
Yeah. So this only confirms our thoughts that Talbot is definitely not operating alone by any measure. The question is, though, who is he ultimately working for? So what is? See, that's the worst.
I assure that was the worst news.
I hope.
No.
Oh my.
I would not worry yourselves about Talbot, even if he still lives, which I doubt. I'm afraid his schemes have been exposed and his power shattered, even if he should return. I imagine it would be some time before he would recover to seek any vengeance on you. The news, however, is of the larger political situation that's been going on. As you're no doubt aware, the Witch Queen perpetrated this scheme to take me out of the picture, and no doubt she would not have done this unless she were fully prepared to make a movement on this kingdom. A movement, I fear, which is not far off. Does this seem sensible to you as well?
Well,
seems logical. She's definitely looking to gain power as quickly as possible.
It appears to
And
me
so-
that she's already declared war.
And so, I must prepare as quickly as possible for the defense of the kingdom. I fear an attack is not far off. However, the Witch Queen represents a power far more ancient and mysterious than I've ever imagined and confronted directly before. Therefore, I think it's time perhaps we paid the Witch Queen back with some of her own medicine. The Witch Queen must die. And,
I'm in agreement
since
with
you...
that.
That is
you
a
have
tall
proven-
order.
You have proven most capable, and I cannot command you to do such a thing. If you wish to part company now, I will leave you with a parcel of gold and send you on your way with my eternal thanks. But if you have it in you for one more adventure in the service of this kingdom, well, there must be a way found to have the Witch Queen put out of her misery.
I'm down for that. What's the time frame we're looking at?
I don't know. As I said, our scouts are, shall we say, not up to the equal of the Elven scouts, and so I doubt we'll know until they make their first overt move what their plans exactly are. However, I believe there is a woman in Ahistus who did have a plan. She is knowledgeable of Elven lore, and she knows far more about the nature of the Witch Queen than I think she would care to admit. But now it's her time to lay her cards on the table, so to speak.
I assume you're speaking of Morwatha.
I am. Morwatha used to work for me before we had a, shall we say, difference of opinion on the expansion of this kingdom. She's very protective of the forest, you see. Our ideologies differed quite a bit.
Perhaps
But
then
the
she
phase-
knew of the Witch Queen.
Oh, I have no doubt she knows of the Witch Queen. I think, in this case, if you were to convince her that a greater evil exists in the Witch Queen, that she will help you. Unfortunately, that's all the advice I can provide. I would suggest you seek her out as soon as possible.
When do you expect this attack to occur?
I don't know. Soon as maybe even tomorrow, maybe not for a month yet. Her mind is turning this plan over in her head for some time.
Well, I believe all in our group would certainly like to see this Witch Queen dethroned. I don't know if we're able to focus our efforts fully on this at the moment. We have quite a few of our own enduring conditions we need to be concerning ourselves with.
Well, that depends on whether we can... I mean, it depends on whether addressing the Witch Queen can be used as part of resolving these conditions or not, but I think we can find out more when we talk with more waves.
Skid, you're coming in really quiet for me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can't.
I don't have a date on which this task must be completed. I simply ask that you look into it, and if you can, accomplish this goal as soon as possible. If you were to do so, I think the elves only have as much goal as the Witch Queen provides them. I think she is a far more influential leader than any of the others. I think if you were to cut the head off the snake, it would die. It would save a number of lives if you were to do this quickly.
We will certainly
No.
see Morwatha, and
Yes.
perhaps once we find out more details from her on both of the two goals we're looking to pursue, we can send word to you back then on our decision.
Forgive my friends, King. Consider it done.
That's the kind of man I like to see, a man of action and duty.
I'll make
Lord
sure
Vane,
of it.
You've proven yourself a stout companion and a true friend of this kingdom.
My father once fought for you and defended you, and He died doing that, and I shall do the same. If it comes to that.
I have a question in terms of the security of this kingdom. Do you plan on keeping the elves out?
Ah! That raises my, the next favor I have to ask of you. Sentiment to the high elves in Sarmanath is not exactly at a high point. Apparently there was some grumblings and rabble-rousings in the lower quarter that's grown into a bit of a frenzy. Elves and half-elves, anyone of elven descent really, have found themselves unsafe in the city. And so, I have someone I would like you to take with you on this quest.
What's that? Who is that?
Oh.
Hang on, I have to look at something.
An elf?
Yes.
I don't trust an elf.
Look, okay, if you
Don't let your
Very
sentiments
few-
get the best of you.
Very few do. As you know, I've been sending out word seeking missionaries to bring some more religion and bring the old gods back to the kingdom. And among them, there were a number still faithful to Corellin. Most of them are Eladrin, but there are a few elves among them. Most of the elves have since left, but there is one, a most trusted missionary of Corellin, that, well, I fear for her safety. And so, if she were to go with you, I think she would prove a most faithful ally, and you would manage to keep her safe and at least escort her out of the city.
Trusted by whom, my lord? You?
Me.
All right.
She's been apprenticing for a time with the clerics of Bahamut, providing healing assistance, that sort of thing. And so, Lileia, would you come in, please? And so, in walks Liz's character.
Hello.
Oh.
What?
You'll have
I'm with
to
that place in hand on Lord Rain's shoulder and Titan.
You'll have to excuse.
Now is not the moment. I'm
You'll
saying
have
that
to
very
excuse
quietly.
him. We've had quite a fair share of less than pleasant confrontations recently, but if the king wishes for you to join us, I don't see there's any problem with you joining
If
us.
the king wishes us to escort this elf, then we shall escort this elf.
Indeed.
Hey,
Agreed.
my name is Lileia. I have a name.
So did my parents.
Well,
My parents are dead.
Well, Lileia, I formally welcome you to the party, and I guess the question then becomes, how soon shall we depart for our next destination in this next quest of ours?
Well,
I'm well rested. I'm ready to go
the
now.
fastest we can get to Morwatha, regardless of which action we're trying to do, is the best.
Absolutely.
I say we leave around noon today and see if we can't get to Ahistis in a day or two.
I think that should be fine. I need to get some equipment before we leave, but
Lileia has joined the party.
What's your name, Leia?
my only concern is I wish to go get some equipment, but I'm kind of concerned about venturing out into the city itself
If
by myself.
I plan on visiting out into the city, I can try to.
What is it?
Prepare your supplies for-
Lileia?
Lileia.
Lileia.
Okay.
I can try to procure your supplies for you, Garrett.
As can I.
Okay, I mean that should be fine. It's not that I'm cautious after King Donovan's word about venturing out to the city, despite our recent.
Oh, if
action.
we don't head out into the seedier parts of the city.
No, please. Actually, the king says,
Don't be so
yes,
sure.
resupply. The least I can do is provision you for your journey. So, I will provide you with, you seem most anxious to leave and leave quickly, so I'll provide you steeds for my stable, put you on your way. As
All right.
well, if, I can turn you over to the armory.
Ooh.
I'm Mecha Spoony.
Auto-tune
See it.
Spoony.
Baby.
I'm sure I can provide you with some with weapons or armor.
All right, that should be most helpful. Yes.
Okay.
I still have a few things I would like to see in the town, your king. If you could tell me when you plan on getting the steeds and everything to us.
As you wish. Okay, so we'll abstract the action for a little bit. Okay, here's the situation. You are each provided with 1 potion of healing.
Awesome.
Any horse of your choice up to a light war horse. You can actually choose
I'll take a blonde.
what I mean is if you don't want a war horse, if you want
Oh, a horse. Okay.
Oh God.
A horse, of course.
Horse. Come on, character builder, stop being so slow. You said it's what, up until a war horse?
Yeah, up to a war horse. There's like a heavy war horse. He can't provide you with one of those, but
Alright, so
I can have a war horse though.
So it's like what, a riding horse or a war horse?
Pretty much.
or like a draft horse if you want. Actually, you could actually like buy a wagon and have a draft horse that pulls the wagon.
Cool.
I'd rather just have a riding horse then.
The minivan.
Potion of healing.
Well, I'm getting a war horse. Is this going to affect my stats or something?
If you're fighting while riding on it.
A war horse, if you actually, I think it's in the monster manual, perhaps. You can actually take fighting actions with the horse.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sweet.
The riding horse is faster though, so we can travel farther per day. That's the.
No, I'm getting a war horse. Screw y'all.
That's fine. You can have a war horse. And then when your horse dies, and you have to watch me ride around on my horse.
Why will my horse die? He's a war horse.
Because you're a douche. And
anyway,
you're an asshole.
Okay, so in addition to the potion,
you're fucking let's go, Your Majesty. We'll do your job for you. Fucking undercutting me, Joe. Fucking undercutting me.
Okay. So we got a potion of healing and a horse. What else?
And he also the master of the armory also will provide you with a +1 weapon or piece of armor of your choice. So like a shield, armor, weapon, anything you want.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm guessing he doesn't have giant riding lizards for us, huh?
He does not.
No.
When you say he gives us armor, it could just be +1 armor. It can't be anything like special like that. I assume.
Right.
Okay.
Guys.
And does the same apply to me just because I've sort of joined up?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
And
Okay.
quick question. I was gonna buy a battle axe from town. Can I get it at the armory, or do we still go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you've been exiled from any good shopping for a while, so he's at least providing you with enough to get you on your way. So,
would he be able to help me buy natural herbs used for rituals, or is that something that this city doesn't have?
You'd have to buy those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just because he doesn't have them.
Right.
What a douche. What a shitty king. I hate him.
Yes.
Shut up.
I wish he was still in Amber.
Now, you said 1 piece of armor or 1 magical weapon?
Or either.
Yeah,
or.
one or the other.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna assuming just a +1 longsword, not like a +1 harmonic song blade.
Right. No huge bizarre modifiers.
That's
It looks like there's like 2 different enchantments you can get on a weapon at +1.
Mm-hmm. Well, level 1 +1, yes.
Yeah. It's like there's a +1. There's like +1 magic, and then there's one that's basically the same thing, except you do a D6 in a different area of damage.
Well, this phrase actually works.
Oh, you actually have to pick one.
Yeah, one is just a basic +1 weapon, which is +1 on damage, and you deal 1d6 on criticals.
Yeah.
And the other is of challenge, which if you attack somebody that's at full hit points, you deal another d6 of damage to them.
But that's without the...
Whichever one you want, man. That sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Now I'll ask, hide armor, does that work the same, or...?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
just one.
Yeah.
Okay. Using that then.
He'll give me plate armor?
You can't
if
use
you
plate
can-
armor.
You can't use it, but
That's, like...
I'm a sword mage. Why can't I use plate armor?
Because you can't use, like, scale armor.
Well,
it should say in your character breakdown what kinds of armor that you're proficient with.
I know the proficiency, but I can take negatives to use an armor.
You just can't use armor.
Now I don't know. He might actually be able to wear it, but you will. I don't know. You need to find out what happens.
All right. Well, I'll open up the manual here.
Like some abilities that some classes can use, they cannot use them with certain sorts of armor.
The other point to be made is that if you wear anything other than light armor, you basically remove your intelligence modifier to your AC.
Never mind.
Yeah, your intelligence is high enough that you want that bonus on your AC and you want your mobility. So
fine, jerks.
Yeah, great axe.
You gave me this. I found this fair blonde spell blade. I'm trying to see if there's he's not doing magical weapons, right? Just regular standard weapons.
Just +1. You can get a magic weapon +1, but it can't be anything more than the +1. Just a magic weapon +1. Battle axe +1.
Alright.
I'm not sure what happens if you don't have the proficiency.
I just think you can't wear it. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. You can. It's just really bad for you.
Yeah, movement penalty, probably check penalties.
But anyways, I got my equipment picked out then, and let's see what else. Is it also possible for me to acquire a mundane hand crossbow and some bolts?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pricey, but yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if I can maybe sell this magic chainmail for once. I'm just carrying this damn thing around all the time because it's not as good as my regular armor.
Yeah, you can sell it in town for basically half its gold piece value. I'm not sure if you can find it in the book, but if it has a gold piece value, half.
Oh, listed actually on the character sheet, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 wands. I have a +1 magic wand and a +2. I can give that to someone else to sell off in town.
Actually, I'm wondering, Liz, you're playing a cleric, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Can you use chainmail armor?
I can.
Would you like this chainmail armor suit?
Do you have what is it? Is it a +1 chain?
It's +1 magic chainmail.
Okay, sure, I'll take it.
It's a perfect fit.
No wonder I wasn't trying to use this.
Aha. All right. Well, whoever
it was too generous around the bust.
Whoever wants to take this magic wand to sell in town, it will sell for 180 gold.
Okay, I found it. Here's what happens if you wear armor you're not proficient with. If you do this, it makes you clumsy and uncoordinated. You take a -2 penalty to attack rolls and to your reflex defense.
Yeah.
But you can wear it.
Your AC is already stronger than the entire party, Joe.
I want it stronger with another +8 to that, damn it.
It wouldn't be a +8. It'd be maybe a +6 -4, so it'd be a +2, and you'd be
No, it wouldn't. You said -2.
Well, it'd be whatever. Yeah, it overall wouldn't give you that much of a benefit.
It would give a small benefit, but it would be canceled out by all the other negatives. That's the point of them doing that. So I won't do it, those jerks.
I don't think the code's gonna be back in the game. Jeez.
Oh,
never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, then if you're giving me the chainmail, I guess I'll take like a +1 longbow.
Okay.
We're being economic.
Okay.
Actually, Lilea is kind of in this campaign world something of a person without a country because high elves by and large in this campaign are not especially religious. In fact, the fact that she worships Corelland is almost anathema to everything most high elves stand for. So she is, she's very not elven in that sense. She holds the old faith.
Well, I just have a different perspective.
What was it that Ascalion said? Like the first time we met him, he
said, "It must be nice to have a god who listens to you."
Yeah,
Yes.
and everybody in the party was just like, "Oh, you emo."
Well, it's like, okay, so, yeah.
Ha! So as to believe in your frilly gods.
So who's going to go into town? Juliet?
I'm going into town to do some stuff.
Whichever one of you wish to have a little extra gold, I have this one you can take to sell.
I don't need any extra gold. If you want me to sell it and return the gold to you, I can, though.
That's a fine option, too. What about you, Gray? Do you need
I'm good.
Okay, Juliet, here's my magic wand plus one. You can
Just
use.
tell me what it says in the chat.
It's, okay, yeah. Right.
I'd be like, Victor, you're very street conscious. Would you like to go with me
Sure.
so I don't get propositioned by pirates who want to recruit me into their crew like Gray got into?
And according to the
Whoa,
people, what?
hold on. I'm getting... Chris is echoing like crazy.
Really?
Really? He's not echoing here.
Not echoing here.
Speak again, Chris.
He sounds okay.
Speaking. That's still echoing?
I'm gonna have to rejoin the call. I even hear myself.
Yeah. Okay.
But wait, check to make sure your stream didn't start. In case you're in a Lord Cat stream, sometimes it turns itself on.
Oh,
Ow.
it just did it. Yeah. For some reason, the chat just started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
did that
problem
with
with
me, too.
Ustream. There's nothing I can do about it.
Watch me.
All right.
That was weird. Okay. Now, Garrett, as you're shopping...
Garrett's not shopping. I'm shopping,
not?
and I believe Victor's going with me.
Yes.
Because I decided not to venture off into town because of the, this current political state right now.
Okay, so you're staying with Darstine?
Staying with whoever's staying at the castle.
Hey, I'm not going out there.
Yeah, so...
There's all these people who want to clip my ears. Some asshole must have started this whole thing. I don't know who.
So yeah, I'm with Leia and Darstine and probably Lord Vane as well.
All right. Well, as you're in the castle, what do you do when you're not busy? You just write lame poetry because you're a bard?
Yeah,
Is he like...
my
Do you,
lute.
do you strum your lute and just kind of annoy people?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll let you know I'm a proficient musician, man. But
Man.
man, I'm a proficient musician, man.
Don't hate, man.
Totally.
He's like writing Purple Rain in the castle. He's like, fucking awesome, man.
But yeah.
All right. As you're all kind of sitting around, just kind of staying quiet, relaxing in the castle, and you're practicing your lute or just kind of writing some notes down, keeping busy. All of a sudden, Garrett, you start to feel like something is really dreadfully wrong. It's just kind of like this feel of like just coldness creeping up your spine. It almost feels like someone's opened a window, like there's a draft coming in from the outside.
I'm glancing around a few times, a little anxious. This isn't good.
Something wrong?
Something's feeling a little off, to say the least. I'm not quite sure what's wrong, though.
Perhaps we should chain you to the wall.
Darstine, you actually look and you see that Darstine has fallen very quiet lately, and you notice that she has the book in her lap, and she's just kind of running her fingers across the cover as if she's just kind of lost in thought.
Precious.
Somebody
Is she
chain
supposed to
that
be
book.
doing that?
All right. Yeah, I'm actually not opposed to what you're saying, Gray.
Yeah, I'd say chain that book closed and then drug her up, keep her unconscious.
Well,
In fact, I have a chain. I've carried the goddamn thing around this entire campaign. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna
Actually,
chain
as
that
soon
book
as
closed.
soon as you start talking about the book, like whatever trance she was in, she kind of snaps out of, and she looks, she's like, what?
Yeah, what? I've got a chain. I'm closing that book. So,
she's like, I wasn't gonna open it.
I don't care. This is nothing against you. This is for your own good. So I'm going to attempt to chain the book closed.
No, you're not getting anywhere near the book. No. She pulls away. She's like, give me the chain. I'll do it.
No, fuck you.
She's like, I'll do it.
Oh, no, I don't trust you to do that. Garrett, could you give me a little help here? Maybe hold her?
I can try.
Yes,
Sure.
Hold down the Dragonborn. You'll win that strength contest. Beauty bard.
Out of the
Hey.
way, weaklings.
Things are getting crazy here.
Victor.
I'm not put up with this shit. I'm out on the street.
Yeah, later. Have fun with this, guys.
We went
Oh
back to
crap!
that-
I have no name. I have to change. How do I change my name?
/Nick or /name.
Nick.
Don't slash me.
I'll slash you while I want to slash you.
There I am. Okay, but as soon as talk starts of like holding her down, she's like, all right, whoa, we don't need to do that. She puts the book on a table and she like puts her hand up and she's like, geez, don't getting touchy.
Okay, I'm going to use my chain and chain that goddamn book shut.
How do you secure it? You just tie a knot.
Oh no, that's right. I don't have a lock.
Well, I've got this padlock from my locker from back in high school.
I've been carrying that with me all this time.
That's a good question. I've been carrying the goddamn chain around. I got no way of securing it. Fuck. It was stupid.
You could ask,
Volmar have chain.
I have chain.
you could ask if they'll supply like some sort of padlock. Someone at the castle.
To the armory!
Yeah. Like have the chain smelted together instead of just locking it shut.
Alright, Darstine, Stitch, me, and the book are taking a trip down to the armory so we can figure out a way to shut this thing.
Lilia, if you would mind coming with us, it'd be probably helpful.
Okay. By the way, what's up with the book? I mean, she doesn't seem like she was doing anything wrong.
I'll explain as
Book
we
bed, just come.
I'll explain as we walk.
Humans.
Darstine's actually
no,
direct.
I am not a human either. So
But Gray is.
I point to my ears and
Gray's a human, and he's trying to just...
yeah.
Book bed, hurry.
Garrett is indeed a half elf. So, anyways, we walk along. I explain to Elizabeth how
You do realize that a thought strikes Gray that Darstine picks locks for a living.
Well, you know what? He never does it when he needs to, so I'm going to bet on the fact that he's not going to remember to.
Anyways.
Oh, and this idea was such a lock.
I explained to Lilia the nature of the book being, tied
Okay,
to,
that's the last time that'll happen.
tied to the Witch Morgana, Witch Morgana, and how it's currently has Darstine Curse and all that fun stuff. While we try to find some way to secure this.
All
book.
right, well, you go down and you manage to find basically like a padlock with a key, and you can wrap the chain around both ways and lock the whole thing shut.
We'll find
Going
more.
to do that, yes.
We'll find a more. permanent-
Okay, and the guy's like, who's gonna carry the key?
We're
Leave
blind-
the key behind.
May I ask
you don't
a
want
yeah,
simple
actually, leave the
question?
key behind. You throw it away.
You don't want the key?
No.
Why don't you just burn the book if it's that bad?
Burn book, burn Darstine, bad.
Ow!
Because damaging the book would damage the person that the curse is placed upon. And reading the book would also cause other things. So basically, not touching or using the book in any way is the best option.
Why don't we just leave it here?
Well, if the book leaves Darstine's person for too long, Darstine becomes dead.
Yeah, we can't. We have to be aware of where the book is and what's going on with it until we resolve the curse itself.
We should
So-
stuff the lock of the padlock with silly putty or something.
I was going to say, filling the lock with wax or something would be an interesting way to try to create it. But anyways, so
who are we speaking to in the armory, by the way?
Just the guy who was providing you with the weapons from before.
Do you know of anyone that we could go to? Maybe a blacksmith in the in this castle that maybe could pour some molten stuff into the keyhole?
Well, that would damage the book, sir, I would think.
Not if I hold it sideways.
All right. Well, I think jamming the lock mechanism is one approach. I mean, the only thing that would mean is that some sort of ripping the chains off would be the option. And
what we could do is shove bits of wood inside the keyhole and then pour wax into it.
Or you could put Joe's leftover rice in there.
Yeah. Okay. Do I feel any better at all, Spoony? Do I still feel uneasy after that?
Uneasy? No, that passed.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Okay. Well, I think securing this book shut is probably one of the best ideas we have for now, Gray, and we will have to try to come up with a more permanent solution later on that won't damage the book. So,
tell me, my good man, you know where I could go get melted wax?
While you're at it,
the man looks puzzled at you.
Boys make wax.
He says, "You don't actually get into the city much, do you?"
Not really. I've spent the last month trouncing about as a fugitive.
Have you ever bought a candle?
No.
What candle? Tastes good?
Bomar have changed.
Bomar eat candle?
he wants a flavored candle.
Seriously, it'd probably be best if you just you take a candle and you light it, and then you just stick it in the lock, and then you just wait for the wax to drip into the lock, and that'd be it.
And speaking of Darstein, I believe Darstein is here.
Well, won't that really work? Because if you heat the lock up again, it's just going to melt out.
Yeah, but it's a good... Yeah.
Why not fill it full of cement or something?
Some sort of more permanent locking system isn't
required at this point.
Yeah. This is... What the hell's going on here?
I have an idea.
Maybe
I have an idea. This one might actually be a good one.
What's that?
A steel box.
Okay.
We can actually get a box.
So you want to lock the locked item and another locked item.
So we can actually
babushka.
So you're just trying to test to see how many times Sean can roll a thievery check until he botches it.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you realize Darcy has to carry this thing around?
Okay. I'm
Darstein would have to carry it, so who cares?
Gray. Leia, Darstein. Something else feels wrong right now. I don't know what though.
Spider sense tingling.
Who has the book?
Okay, you guys notice that Garrett starts looking around the room as if something's really starting to bother him.
What's wrong?
I am going to draw my battle axe and newly acquired hand axe and look at him very suspiciously and go,
Gray, what are you doing?
I'm just,
Look,
prepared.
I told you before, I was fine with the idea of me being restrained. You don't need to pull those out at me, man.
Okay, I have the strength of a midget. I'm going to pull the weapons out.
Okay. Something's wrong here, though.
What is wrong? What feels wrong to you?
Feels hot.
Okay, let's get the big spidery woman lady demon thing inside you out of the armory. How about that?
That would probably be a good idea.
Come on, let's go. Let's leave the armory, guys. Come on, Sketch.
Okay. I'll come with.
Okay, you come with.
Make sure somebody's watching her.
Yes, Skitch, Darstein, you two walk with. Come on.
I'm coming with you. So.
We're gonna walk outside the armory, go outside, maybe get some breath, get some air. There goes Chris's air horn.
Thank you.
And we're going to attempt to escort Darstine and Sean outside to get some air. while I'm wielding a battle axe and a hand axe.
Angry Joe is still angry about paying $8 for rice.
I'm typing in the chat. I don't want to piss y'all off because I was about to yell it out. I paid fucking $8 for white rice, essentially.
Anyways, so what happens as we... Okay. Alright. I sigh a breath of relief, and then I cough a few times. Almost got over me in there, man. I really think anytime we get into any sort of closed off, dark place like that, I end up feeling really bad.
Is there a way to ruin?
Do you need a pat on the back or a hug?
I need a few things right now, but that's unfortunately most of those things are outside of our control. So
I go over and pat him on the back anyway.
Sometimes I wonder if we should just take Garrett and Darstine and just lock them up in the room and just hold on to the key, and they don't get to participate.
You just
wow, you are lucky that some of us are not in this conversation right now.
That's a bad idea. But Vane's not here, right?
I think you guys went back to Vane. If you left the armory, you just left without him.
Oh, that's right.
But Victor and Juliet are still out.
Right. Yeah, Vane. Did you forget the whole she's a demonic, goddess, and Darstine's turning into a lich thing? You want those two together?
That's right. We have a limited amount of time. I'm trying to make sure that she doesn't do anything to bring that about sooner.
Well, I mean,
I locked the book.
None of us want anything bad to happen, but again, it's just
We have to take action. Why can't we? Is there no way to take this fight to her?
What? Take this fight to who?
She's gonna come through the book. Is there no way to just shut that thing off? Just break the bond? Take this to a priest or something?
That's why we're going to Marissa.
Okay,
because
as you secure the lock on the chain, at least still muttering about how you should get a big fucking steel lockbox.
Oh. God, I'm useless.
You feel very strange, as if some clawed hand were seized you directly by the brainstem and straightened your spine back up. And you hear this burning voice inside your ear, and it says, "You will be the first soul I devour when I return, Gray." And then the hand releases you. And I will note that Darstine looks completely passive and not disturbed at all by this, so you don't think she had anything to do with that.
That's normal.
Although Darstine does look disturbed that you all of a sudden straighten up, ramrod, stiff.
Did anybody else hear that?
I felt. Felt what?
I didn't hear.
Like you had some sort of spasm.
The evil voice in the head that said I was going to die.
First.
So now you're hearing things too.
Oh dear.
Entire team is crazy.
I really am of the opinion we should put this book in a fucking steel lockbox.
But remember, each day a page disappears. We can't be we have to do something.
We have to be active, not passive.
Think of it this way, Jason. If it pissed her off that you did that, then you're probably doing something right.
Anyways, so
so this is just reinforcing the idea that I want to throw this thing into a fucking steel lockbox.
Okay, now while we address that, when the rest of the party catches up with us, we can make haste to Athista. So hopefully they get back soon, though.
Meanwhile,
so I'm gonna spend the rest of the day staring at Darstine and the book and making sure nothing happens. It'll be on fucking edge.
He's just got a whetstone that he's dragging across his axe, "Go demon, I'd fucking dare you, bitch."
First lesson of Call of Cthulhu: burn the books.
I swear to God, I think this lockbox idea is a good one. Nobody believes me. Sorry.
Yeah, but what if you need to cast a spell?
We're not going to.
Well,
By the way, is there any way I can check right now to see how much of the book is gone since we used
some asshole chained the book shut.
Okay. Well, sorry, I wasn't here and I missed that.
Why am I an asshole?
anyways, so
don't worry, ignorance is bliss.
Anyways, let's just stay calm. There's no need to get worked up over anything. Just stay calm.
Oh, I'm sharpening my axe. Don't worry, I'm good.
You don't need to sharpen that around me, great, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Let's do something. Take care of the witch queen.
Okay, are you guys equipped and ready to go?
I mean, like, Nick and Chris are still out in town, right, though?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what Juliet's getting.
What is taking them so long?
Chris?
Sorry, my thing was muted. I was just saying, I thought we would have been able to get our stuff and get back by the time these guys were getting to the second locked box plan. No, we have 2 things we need to sell, and then I want to take a stop off at the Temple of Bahamut.
Okay. You can go ahead and sell your stuff.
Just like standard gold price.
If it's magic, it sells for half, but otherwise, pretty much anything you sell is for half.
Okay. Just want to check on that. But, yeah, I want to try stopping by the Temple of Bahamut then. And also, if I'm going to ask Victor, do you know of a place that might sell rare herbs used for rituals, since you're the streetwise type?
I can make a rope for that. Oh yeah, I know all about where to find herbs for rituals. I would definitely want to buy that thing. What the hell are you talking about? What's my bonus? I can't even fucking find it. At streetwise, so +7.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, I know all about this. 26.
Nice.
Sorry.
Because Bed Bath and Beyond. Great store. So lovely potpourri.
Give me 1 sec. Yeah, I wanna try going there and try to buy some rare herbs used for rituals.
Okay, they will sell you the herbs at cost.
Alright, 1 sec. Alright, so I need to add 12 gold if I'm selling that.
You know, as a side note, this has nothing to do with anything, but honestly, if I keep going to conventions, I'll never have to buy clothes again. I got like 20 t-shirts out of packs.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to try to buy 30 gold worth of stuff. If they have that much. Do I get that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then just to stop off at the Temple of Bahamut.
Alright.
And when I get there, I want to ask if Father Emmett is doing well.
Oh yeah, ever since he sealed the Hellmouth.
Well, that and we found him before, and he was like stabbed.
Ah, that guy. Right. I'm sorry, my memory's a little dodgy. Of course. Yes.
As I just got him killed now. You're like, oh, he didn't.
No. Just after he performed the fake wedding. Right. The fellow who's currently in charge of the sanctuary, he's familiar with you. He says, yes, I'm afraid Father Abbott isn't receiving visitors right now, but he is recovering and he's doing quite well. And when he's well again, I'm sure he'll wish to thank you personally, but I'm afraid he's unavailable.
Are you sure there's no chance I might be able to speak with him just for a moment?
Might I ask what this is concerning?
I want to speak with him regarding religious matters, regarding a friend of mine.
Well, I will make a diplomacy check. He's not dead. Shut up, chat room.
Oh dear. Oh, let's see. What's my terrible diplomacy score? Sweet. I'm totally gonna fucking destroy this guy. A gagoosh! Yeah, it wasn't bad.
18?
Yes, I'm not very charismatic.
He says, as you wish, but he does require his rest, so please keep your meeting brief.
I will keep it very brief.
Okay. So, Father Abbott is still in bed, and he's enjoying some a very light breakfast when you walk in. He goes, yes, hello. Oh, it's good to see you again. You will excuse me if I don't stand.
Absolutely, Father. Are you well?
Oh, well, the physical injuries will mend in time, and the ministrations of my fellow priests will heal the physical wounds, but I'm afraid the shame that I carry may never leave me.
Father.
I am considering leaving the temple.
Wow. Father, don't do that. That's a bombshell. Father, may I ask what happened back in Ahistus?
Oh, yes. In Ahistus, this. No. Oh, you mean with the Hellmouth?
Yes.
Sorry. He said,
I wanted to ask the problem. Well,
it's best not to speak of such things, but suffice to say, the ritual you found to help seal the portal was most invaluable, and there was some resistance, of course, as evil things draw evil creatures to them, but we were successful.
I want to roll an insight check on him.
Sure.
24.
He's telling the truth, or at least as much of the truth as he knows.
Alright, I want to ask him, Father, forgive perhaps the arrogance of a druid, but do you know anything in this world of magics of resurrection?
As I know such things are possible. Even I might be capable of such a thing if Bahamut were willing to bless me with such power, but such offerings are rare.
If
it could be done.
What would I have to do to perhaps see if you could resurrect a friend of mine?
I would have to commune with Bahamut and see if the soul is worthy.
Commune.
Is this did one of you perish in your quest to restore King Donovan?
One of us perished during the initial battle to save your king, and I would like to see if there's a chance that maybe we could revive him. I would be willing to donate all I could to your parish.
Damn you, priest! His father said.
I'm trying to think how long ago that was. I wonder if there's a time frame on this sort of thing.
There's 30 days on that.
It's been 30 days.
It's been at least a month, yeah.
Has it?
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said that it had been about a month that the king had been imprisoned. So
I thought it was we got transported out of the kingdom like in one day, and I think it was a day to Killian, and then it was a day from Killian to the Black Library.
Oh, it was more than that.
Maybe 2 days for that, and then it was 10 days from the longest part was the 10 days you said that was from that guarded city to when we got to Ahistus.
The math works out. It's only 20-something days.
I don't think it's been a full 30.
It's not been 30 days. So hot.
So, the question is, where is this?
I just don't know if they were keeping the body on ice that long.
It was in a freezer.
They put it in the freezer.
Yeah, we found Vane's body in a freezer.
I was upset that they left it there, but it was a good idea. Okay. Alright, I already know where this is going.
If such a thing is impossible, I understand.
I'm not upset, it's just this is a really weird request at this point in the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would ask this. Instead of resurrecting him, do you know of any magics that perhaps preserve corpses?
No, there's what the fuck was it?
Gentle repose.
It's not like I'm going to play two characters. I would say goodbye to one of them and choose my father or the swordman. You don't need to worry about shit like that.
Nom, nom, nom.
Hey, I got white rice, and I'm gonna eat it.
$8 white rice.
Better be the best fucking white rice ever.
Don't worry about it, Spoony.
I'm going to kind of put a hand on Juliet's shoulder and say, I do not like idea of coming back from dead.
I just need to think about that. I hadn't even considered what they might have done with the body.
Oh,
I just
well,
don't
think
think
about
they would
it.
have kept it around for a month.
Here, Father, I don't want to
Tell
disturb you any longer. I will leave you a
No, damn you.
I will leave you a tiding, and if by chance you perhaps find the body of the Tiefling sorcerer who was with us before, if you could find a way to keep his body preserved until matters can be attended to, and if he is not there, then consider it a blessing to your church, and praise Bahamut.
That's just my one request. That's the whole reason why his son is a part of this campaign.
Well,
No,
I thought you joined us because of a revenge.
I don't want to be that guy, but there's no way they kept him in the dungeon for a full month.
Okay, not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
I mean, they were keeping him there for a little while, but as soon as the whole massacre took place in the dungeon, they cleaned that place out. And I don't even know. I couldn't even begin to tell you. They might have done.
That's good. I mean, the father died in a
really
glorious
bizarre.
way. Lord Commander Vane fought. He killed a dragon, and he died protecting the king. And that's a good story for him. And he died the way a Vane would die.
In vain?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I guess my point is, I went quite a long way to allow the son of Vane to just appear in the campaign for basically no reason, and so
Yeah.
that was about all the goodwill I was willing to extend to the Vane family.
No, that's good. As long as
Vane
I've
lie.
got the son is a lot smarter than the father, and the father got a glorious death in the son's eyes. You're not gonna be able to convince him otherwise. I'm satisfied. Thank you, Chris, for at least asking. I appreciate that actually.
Then I will leave him with a tiding of 20 gold and wish him well.
All right, I'll give you experience points later on for thinking of that, because that was very good role playing. I will admit, but
Thank you.
it's very rare that I'm just completely speechless.
Awesome.
As we leave the church, I'm going to say, before you joined party, there were these two idiots who were with us.
Tell me about them. I bet one of them was a very sharp and regal-looking tiefling.
Yeah, and then he dived headlong
Perhaps
into
with a very
Alvin's trap.
interesting backstory. You never know.
And then he dove headlong into trap to save friend, who also dove headlong into trap. They were a couple of idiots.
Torn apart by zombies.
Sounds like you should have jumped in the portal after them instead of being a whiny douchebag.
Hell no, they weren't worth saving.
all right.
And I'll remember that, Victor. No, but then after that, head back to the castle.
I miss Saeed.
I do too.
I intimidate the zombies. They don't have wills to
If it's so badass, if it actually worked, like the zombies just cower in my presence.
I just like heroes like, ah!
And then you roll like a 2 as well.
No, I rolled pretty high.
You did.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did not.
I'll fucking go back and find it. But that is not. It is neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Back to the position at hand.
That's right.
Blue
Okay.
carpet.
Blue carpet land.
All right, so are you guys ready to head out? Or are you still shopping, or what?
No, that was all the shopping I had to do, and then talking to Emmett. That was it. I'm
Alright.
gonna come back and I'm gonna give the 180 gold to Garrett that he got from his magic wand, and I sold.
Don't worry, Joe. As soon as you are successful with your quest, you'll see the 3 Jedi spirits of Saeed.
And then
Lord Vane, and
Yay! My father is a ghost.
People are like, who are you?
And then,
A
like,
Jedi ghost.
and then 10 years later, Lord Vane the First will be played by a much younger actor.
Oh, I was gonna make that joke.
No way. Not a shitty actor.
It'll be played by a really shitty, annoying actor.
No!
You're like, "It's not Vane, but no!"
The best part is he'll still be a kid, but they'll still get Jake Lloyd to play him.
Nice.
It'll be Jake Lloyd with like a beer belly, like, I'm Lord Vane, the toddler.
Are you an angel?
Fairy fire!
Butter me to
I don't even remember.
glorious.
Lightning magnetism.
Hey,
Stop dishonoring my father!
Bitch, I do what I want.
alright, we're back at the castle, and I
Yes.
assume we are informed of the going-ons that happened, or you guys just gonna keep that secret?
Goings on.
I chained the book shut.
Yes, we know, Jason.
This has been an unusual morning, to say the least.
Darstein's very annoyed now that she has to lug around 5 pounds of fucking chain.
Thanks, douchebag.
It's for your own good, Darstein. It'll build
Why is
character.
the book locked up?
You
By the
chained
way,
my
Dar-
favorite book up.
By the way, Darstein, the lock they put on the chain is like the most pathetic, shitty lock.
Oh, really?
You could
Right.
pick it with, like, a stick. But Gray's like, that shit's locked up.
It's done.
It was the
Alright.
biggest lock there.
All right. Well, I suppose it's time for us to head off then. To
More Watha.
yes.
To Eastus, yes. Perhaps you could...
Gray doesn't know shit about locksmithing. He picked the biggest one.
We ride!
If you might be able
to
to...
know something about it, though.
If Vane or Garrett might be able to indulge Victor and myself about why the book is chained up.
I
We can do that on the way.
we can
I
talk
took
on
off on my warhorse. Because apparently my horse is slower than yours.
It is.
That was a good line. Bomar make book lock.
All right. So we ride.
It was the biggest one they had.
It's like, Lele, if you wish, I can try to fill you in on the state of our party at the moment.
Please do. You all seem slightly unhinged.
Let's go!
That's a way to say it.
Victor rides in on a shark again.
I think that one has a death wish.
I'm way off in the distance. Let's take it, so let's go!
Before I go outside, though, I'm going to make sure that my ears and face are properly cloaked so they don't draw any suspicion.
I do the same thing.
We give her a t-shirt that reads, I am not an elf.
T-shirt that says "I heart humans."
Or do the tick thing with a bunch of ninjas walking around holding signs that say, we are a bush.
All right. Well,
Nobody, come on.
I can hear my brother listening to "Cooler" by me by Mike Posner from my room.
It's not a bad
At least he's
song.
not listening to the Benoit theme, which was weird.
That was creepy as all hell. It did lead to some good Benoit-inspired humor.
Life is good.
There's
when
no
you're
such
Chris
thing as
Benoit.
Are you sure? Do you think Benoit
I-
killed his kid
no.
because he called him toothless aggression?
First to kill my wife, then I kill my kid.
All right, let's drop the Benoit.
I should have never brought it up. God.
No, let's continue on.
we ride.
Let's ride. Dun, 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 dun.
By the way, San Francisco is totally getting blown out by Seattle.
Yeah, isn't it like 28-6 now?
It's like 30-something.
God, why did I pick Seattle? Just because they have a
And
door?
now,
Don't
now
got
the
anything else.
Rams are winning now, 13-10.
And
God
they'll
damn
be
it.
drinking a shot of hot sauce, it seems like.
Anyway,
Okay, let me see if you are menaced on the King's Road, which I highly doubt, but we'll see.
We were once.
I'm just gonna run him down with the warhorse.
And I'll run past you on my riding horse since my speed is at
I didn't
least
even notice.
faster than yours.
Okay, you could go faster. Big fucking deal.
It means we have to
What's
wait for
taking
you.
you so long? Come on, pick it up.
I was just gonna get a riding horse, and then Vane was like, "No, I want a war horse." And I'm like, "Fine, I'll get a war horse."
Okay.
Good. You can ride with me.
Good. Our two
little
strongest party
ponies.
members are like in the back.
Ride
Alright.
your ponies.
Mark off a day's worth of food. It takes you a day and a half to ride back to Ahistus. You've made this trip several times.
I assume we got new rations from the king, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very confusing as you pass by certain merchants and as you get back to Ahistas. Nobody's really sure what the political situation in Sarmanath is anymore. Like, some people are saying the queen's got the princess got married, and some people are saying that there was a revolution and some adventurers overthrew the monarchy, and some people are saying that the king came back, and some people are saying the witch queen replaced the king with some kind of like doppelganger and some kind of magical construct, and so people are really confused, but such is the way of gossip in the kingdom.
So basically, a bunch of idiots.
I'm not going to correct him on any of it.
Okay, so you guys are heading right towards Morwetha, the druid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, she's tending her crops by the time you arrive at around lunchtime. And she's tilling the ground, and Lord Vane is leading the way, and he's not conspicuous.
He's just screaming with his sword in the air the entire time, like, ah!
An armor glistening off
Here
the horse.
comes Lord Vane! Yeah!
He rides in like a rock star.
The king has returned!
He gives himself 8 more titles.
Oh yeah, weren't we supposed to get titles from the king? Damn, I forgot to ask him about that.
What do you mean? We have titles, land title? We got.
We were actually supposed to, when we originally brought Ascalion to the king, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to give you guys titles after this. Like, actually give us royal titles," but we forgot to ask for those.
Anyways.
Noble titles.
I want to be
Well,
Duke. Fuck you guys.
Duke.
Well, he'll
I'm
probably do it
already
when you get back on your next quest,
Oh yeah, that won't take another 3 months.
I'm already royalty.
No, you're not. Shut up.
I sure are.
Did anyone ever tell him about that one elite guard who got trapped out in the middle of nowhere?
Morwetha must be very confused about us.
Anyways.
Alright, so you all ride up, and as soon as Vane rides directly through her field.
Oh,
No, you're... Oh.
God damn it, Joe.
This is going to help us.
Are you serious?
I'm
He rides-
sorry.
I like to like he lacks tact. I have to admit.
No, seriously, does he actually ride through her
Clear
field? No, does he seriously ride through her field?
If Joe wants to, but he just starts parading all over the place. He's so proud of his horse.
I want to do it so bad, but I don't want anybody to be mad at me. I want to parade around, man. I just saved the fucking king, man.
You're like the bully who walks around the beach and kicks over a sandcastle to talk to a pretty girl.
Alright, dude, I gotta do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'll reprimand him later on. Don't worry.
Let's just hope she doesn't have to eat this winter.
Luckily, Vane doesn't speak English, as Morwetha wanders off, muttering, "Not only is the Tiefling back, they have another one of those traitor elves with them." She invites you into her hut.
I'm on a horse. A motherfucking horse.
She will not allow you to ride the horse into the hut.
Damn it.
Slapping you in the back. I'm slapping you in the back of the head while I walk by too.
Will she allow a traitor elf into her house?
She doesn't say anything to you.
I just smile.
He's not even looking at you. This Morwetha is a wood elf who's at a glance there's no difference, but between high elves and wood elves there's like a world of difference.
Well, right. I know the lore.
I need a name for my war horse.
I call him Princess.
Rapidash.
I'm going on Twitter.
I'm calling mine Scribbles. Scribbles the monster horse.
Anyways.
Well, no, Scribbles the cryptic horse, and he only speaks in riddles.
No, it's not Boar.
Aww.
Anyways, so let's get some information because we have quite a dire matter at hand now.
She sits and she says, "So you live?"
Yes, we do. And we
saved the kingdom! The king.
Lord Vane, I don't believe this is the time for you to gallivant. You won't impress Morwatha. And I say that quite loud and quite openly.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Yes, joyous day indeed. Your cities grow and continue to trample nature underfoot. I celebrate with you.
I guess that's something we can agree on.
I forgot about it.
Now, let's...
This maniacal...
You requested...
Lord Vane, I saw a butterfly outside. Why don't you go chase it?
No, I'm afraid Sir Vane must stay. I know why you're here, and I know what you can do to save your Darstein from this Morgana curse. It is not a pleasant, though.
I would not.
What is it? Tell us.
But
Vane, have you heard of the wizard Gallandred?
I have.
Gallandred is one of the most feared and powerful arch-wizards of the former Tiefling Empire. Spoken only of in whispers and legend.
Yes, a legendary Tiefling. How do you know of him? How does a wood elf...
Legendary?
I would say so.
Yeah, among my people.
Nah, just being racist.
I know of Gallandred because the number of souls he's claimed, literally souls he's claimed, number in the thousands.
Sounds like a soul man to me.
Where are you getting with this, Morwatha?
It is a long tale, and you wish to hear it?
No, I wish to know what we need to do with this.
Well,
I wish to know what we need to do with this Gallandred. Our party has more than enough curses and former gods on their person, and I wish to invite more.
Juliet, I want to hear this tale. I can't believe you don't want to hear it. We need to know.
Lord Vane, you stopped her vegetable garden.
As much as possible about the book, and now you're saying just give me what we need to know. Let us learn.
I will tell you the story of Gallandred, and then
snacks.
And then, if this knowledge is useful to you, perhaps you can find your own way to save your Darstein. Know you that in the elder days, before the rise of the holy invocation that opened the gates of hell and gave rise to the Tiefling Empire, and the rain of colorless fire that burned them from the face of Eris, there existed between the Lensati Mountains and the mouth of the Long River a great fortress called Aberhold. There dwelt the great arch-wizard Gallandred at the height of his power and glory, who built Aberhold himself from the foundations up. The most terrible and grand of all of Gallandred's works was the stronghold's inner tower, for it was there that the wizard's most prized possession, an eldritch jewel known only as the Well of Souls, was laid to rest. Legend tells it was a great diamond and glowed with the brilliance of the sun. In years long past, it is said it fell from the sky and landed in the Lensati Mountains, where Gallandred discovered it amidst glass and fire. Through magic's arcane and now forbidden to mortal men, he did bend its power and shape the stone to his will. Stories say the light of the gem could drag the souls of men screaming from their mortal flesh and trap them within its very facets. Gallandred harnessed this power and used it against those who opposed his will. When the Tieflings made the Forbidden Pact and transformed into the beasts they are now, Gallandred led an army of his servants to crush the great Dragonborn Empire, leaving Aberhold abandoned but not defenseless. For the stone, he raised a great tower and filled it with horrible monsters and deadly traps.
Damn.
When the armies of the Tieflings returned, they found the demon Mephistopheles sitting a throne made of screaming bones in a fortress made of jagged obsidian. Aberhold was torn to ruins by a horde of winged devils. But what became of Gallandred and the Well of Souls is unknown. But it is said by those brave or foolish enough to journey close to the ruins of Aberhold that they can still see the burning radiance of the stone through mists, as if the tower still stood.
We must go there to Aberhold.
Where is this tower?
This sounds like a fool's errand.
Aberhold lies within the burning plains.
Oh, great. We have to go transplant. And
burning plains?
Yes, we need to go to a separate plane to reach the tower and then use a instrument that might be beyond our power to draw out a particular soul but not both souls that are within Darstein's body at the moment. That is the circumstance that is being formed from what you're telling me.
How far would such a trip be? Days, weeks, months?
No, not months.
It's pretty far off there.
Well, we have to.
We have to find a way to get there quickly. We could use the book to teleport there if it's too far.
Well,
oh no, we have to have been there before.
Well, the other thing is there was that portal that was opened in that one tower that could have gone to the burning plane, but
no, they shut that. That was shut.
That was to a different plane of existence entirely. Yeah. Not existence, but a different plane.
Right.
But this is the tool that we need to save Darstein.
Indeed, it is.
And of course, it's found within the Tiefling Empire.
The ruins of the Tiefling Empire, mind you, and it's overtaken by other entities.
Where, looking at the map 4, which I assume is where this is, where would, by her estimation and what she's telling us, where would we assume this tower would be?
I'm on the laptop, so I don't have the map in front of me. Can you wait like 5 minutes? I'm going to get a drink and I'll get the map for you.
Sure.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Now we're all just going to sit here and fucking be mean to Vane for stomping her turnip patch.